it was really, really beautiful to see both of you displaying your emotions with full vulnerability.
Thank you.
So I will start with asking both of you a simple question. As women, what made you both choose Kathak as your mode of expression for such a concept?
Um, Honestly, I don't think it's anything to do with being a woman. But I started dancing as a child. And if you see the form of Kathak, it goes more toward the natural expression. Yeah, because what we term it as is Lokadharmi. So there are two terminologies, Lokadharmi, Natyadharmi. Natyadharmi a little more codified, like you'll see in Bharatnatyam. Kathak a little more natural, easier to understand. So as a child, I think I could connect very quickly to Kathak, and that's what made me choose it.
Um, I think, like you asked, right? Why do we choose Kathak? But probably this story, especially. Then I think when we talk about Kathak, I think the first line we teach our students is Katha kahe, so Kathak kehrave, which means Kathak is the art of storytelling. So when I was growing up, I used to always wonder that, I used to hear my friends say, "Hey, yeah, your show went well, but didn't understand anything." And then I was thinking, okay, what is Kathak for me? Kathak is a language. It's a movement. It's a vocabulary. It's a grammar that enables me and empowers me to show any story that I want. So whether it's the story of Radha or Krishna, or today it's the story of Sakhi. And that's why I think we chose Kathak for this, because we thought that it's the power of storytelling that this form gives us. And why not talk about stories that are relevant today so that we can reach a wider audience and then we can promote our art form without diluting it, but keeping it and still conveying what we want to convey and taking our audience through an emotional roller coaster like we both went. I think so that's why Kathak.
Beautiful answers from both of you. That's really lovely to hear. And I think speaking about these stories and concepts, I wanted to also know, and I think most of the audience would also like to know, who came up with this concept of Sakhi Re to begin with?
It's a very complicated
yeah.
story. It's a long story.
I think, but when we work as a team, I think everything that we did is quite us. Because I think when we met, I
Yeah.
think the day we met, we were talking about something very random over the dinner. And we started connecting really very well. And then one of us gave a point, and the other gave a point, and one of us gave a point, and we were like, hey, let's do this.
Yeah.
And I think everything after that has been a team effort, whether it's just Anushka or me, or it's a light person, Yash, or Sanket, or Aman, who has created music for us, or the people who are helping us backstage, our students, our parents who came to watch, our friends who gave us a critical feedback. I think everyone, the credit cannot be given to one person, because I think when you put a production up, it's the team. It's not just even the both of us, because I feel there are several places where we went to our mentors and we were like, hey, we are showing this, but are you understanding? Or we went to our friends. And I think it's a collective effort of all of these people. And that's how the entire production is built.
Funny story. We were actually supposed to collaborate only for a video. So we were talking about how we can do, because this is an interesting topic, why Sakhiri? Why Sakhi? So there was something that we'd explored where Sakhi or Sakhi Bhav is quite often explored in classical dance forms. You'll see this word, Eri, Sakhi, whatever. So Sakhi is very often used. And typically, how it is shown is she's a well-wisher and she'll carry messages for her friend to her lover and all of that. But there's also another side to that Sakhi. She's also a person, right? Everything cannot be goody-goody. So she might betray you sometimes. She might say, okay, I'll give you a letter, but no, she'll give her own letter. So that can happen. Yeah,
Yes.
or she will fight with you on very silly things. Maybe she's also PMSing. So,
Oh, yeah, I
yes.
think we don't talk enough about PMSing. Like, there has to be more talk about it.
Yeah, so that made us think, what is this love-hate relationship that is permanent in our lives? And that's the menstrual cycle, because you're very grateful to have it. It gives you the ability to be a woman. It gives you the ability to be a mother. But there's a but also. It
Definitely. I
comes
think
along with initial embarrassment and pain and hormones all over the place.
absolutely.
So I think that was the germ.
Yeah, and also, like, when we were exploring this term Sakhi, we also realized that sometimes as an audience as well and as dancers as well, we get stuck with what is being taught. Okay, Sakhi is Radha's Sakhi, and now she'll do this and she'll do that, and then I think we forget to create that bridge between what is given in theory to our lives. So I think we're very grateful that while we were talking, it came up, and then we both could, climb to the other side, and we were like, okay, this can be done, maybe, and that maybe turned into weeks of work. And I think we met in April 2023, and August 2023 we had premiered our first show. It was that quick, like it just went.
Absolutely. I think you've beautifully shown how, just like any Sakhi or any friend, you have this very complicated relationship. And with menstruation as well, sometimes you definitely look forward to having your periods come on the right
Yeah.
time, and sometimes you're also.
Sometimes it comes, it's a problem. Doesn't come,
Doesn't-
also it's a problem.
Purpose is a problem. It's always a problem, but it's a problem we want. Unfortunately, fortunately, we want it.
Yeah.
So it's, I think, a crucial topic.
Yes, definitely. And I think then wanting to know, as women, and with the idea of and the experience of menstruation, could you both describe? I believe it might be a little interesting to know what would be your first instances or memories of menstruation in your own lives. I think that's something that came across also within this dance performance.
Funnily, I think Anushka and I, we went to all our male friends and
Yes.
asked the same question.
Yes.
And it was so interesting to see, and at time also a part of it was sad to see that more than half of our guy friends, actually, when it happened to their girlfriends or like sisters, had no idea. They had absolutely no idea. They were like, हाँ वो textbook में लिखा था, हाँ we had read it somewhere. There was some lecture in school. The girls were like, okay, she came to me, I didn't know what to do. And then we realized that, oh, okay, this is not as normal as it looks. Because I would say if you ask the story of how Anushka and I encountered a period, it would be really sophisticated, because we have been given that access to education maybe, and that access to information. Like when I was in 6th grade, probably there was a lecture that was held in my school. They showed me how to use the sanitary napkin. I was all prepped. Like when they came, I was like, huh, okay, I know what's happening. Life is going to get worse. But when you go to the other parts of the country, or unfortunately people who don't have this access, you really come across horrifying stories. And while we were exploring this, I think Anushka had gotten a few DMs saying that I thought that I was bleeding and I didn't know what to do. Or I came across a story where the girl told me that I was so scared to death, like I didn't know what was wrong with me. And then I think it's so varied. So this question, especially, I think if we wanted to take it to schools and villages, this as a play, to also tell girls that, hey, it's okay, this is gonna happen, and you can talk about it more than just a lecture. You can present a play.
Absolutely. On that
and
note, when we'd announced this show, a lot of people thought that we are going to preach, and some social message, something you'll educate, and it can be boring. And all we had in mind is no, it is a timeless concept. Why can't it be entertaining? It's so permanent. Everybody can relate to it. We know how it happens. Textbooks are there. But how about exploring it beyond that? It's a concept that is much larger than a textbook.
Absolutely. And I think many times such taboo subjects are taken with a lot of seriousness rather than with with a side of comedy or dramedy.
Yeah,
and
I
I-
forget to humor it, yes.
Yeah, no, and I also think that we as an audience, or we as dancers, sometimes make it taboo. Like the word you use, taboo. I think I never thought period is taboo. Like I remember I got my period, I went to my dad. I was like, hey, you know what happened? I got my period, and I was like, oh, chalo, let's buy you a chocolate then. And it's so normal for me. So I think we need to stop making it taboo by saying it's taboo, it's taboo. It's not. The more we say it's a taboo topic, oh my god, they did a period drama. No, they spoke about something that happens to all women. Like all women, I'm sure, when women meet 4 women together, once at least talk about period. That, hey, you know what? Last month, I got severe cramps. And you know what? I was vomiting. And this month, my symptoms only changed. Yeah. So if it is as normal as this, why even call it taboo? I feel we are making it taboo. It's not taboo.
Correct. Very true. To use this term itself is something that we should remove from our vocabulary in this concept.